Hello. Today, you guys are gonna watch as I try to paint this because I don't like this piece. So we're gonna do this one. I redrew it. This one's from, I think, probably, I don't know. I wrote November, but I got the sketchbook from my friend, so I don't remember when they gave it to me. It was either my birthday or it was Christmas. I'm noticing that my paint cup is not filled with water, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. This is another day in the life of somebody who needs to really clean their desk. Like bad. Like so bad. There's just so much on the desk today. But that's mostly because I took it all off of my kitchen table, so now it's not on my kitchen table. It's on my desk. Yay! Okay, actually, should I outline this first? Maybe I should. I do have a kneaded eraser. Where did I put my pens? They're all over here. Should I do purple? I do have a purple pen. Or I have a blue. We'll do blue. For the sake of it, right? Woo, line art. Life has been very good recently for me. Very good. I see a lot of you have been enjoying my little OC video that I put out, which I'm grateful for. It's actually a redraw of one that I did, I don't even know, quite a while ago, at least 5 years ago. If not 2020, 2021. But am I tweaking or is her neck kind of long? I don't really want to change it because I like how I did everything, so I think I'm just going to outline it and leave it be. Anyways, I kind of want to do like an art challenge next, even though I probably should do some more Amazing Digital Circus stuff. Which I don't mind doing Amazing Digital Circus stuff, and I do like it, and I do want to. I just don't especially want to go out and buy like stickers and stuff because I have like a lot of things to put in, but none of them are super Amazing Digital Circus themed. So, I keep thinking about how Gooseworks said that episode 7 will be sort of like a rose quartz pink diamond reveal. My setup is not really helping me right now because my book is really thick and I don't want to put my head in frame. I mean, I've put my face on here before, but if I'm trying to draw, I'm not trying to put my hair into the frame of me drawing. Ooh, anyways, she said it was going to be kind of a rose quartz pink diamond reveal. Now, I know what everyone's thinking is like, oh my god, it's gonna be Kinger. And I mean, yeah, that is what makes the most sense, right? That it'd be Kinger. Unless it's revealed that Kinger is an AI and Kane is actually human, which that would be really interesting too, I think. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen since I don't work for Glitch and also I'm not Gooseworks. But I think it'd be really interesting. And I wonder, I should probably ask my friends what they think because they'd have good ideas. Also, I found out today that Vivzy Pop drew art of her fucking her pets. What the hell? What has to be going on in that woman's brain in order for her to do that? Like, you've got to be crazy, That's insane. Anyways, let's start with this. I do have a kneaded eraser, but I don't really have any desire to use it today. Okay, first, do I have any other brushes that are around me in the nearest vicinity of garbage? No. Alright, let's start coloring. Oh, I forgot to do the underside of her hair thingies. That's okay. I really want to get the Prang watercolors. but I haven't bought them yet because today I did not leave my apartment. even though the goal was to. Tomorrow, though, I have work, so I either go in the morning, or I don't do it. But since I'm working, I'll probably get more tips, so I might just wait. And also, I need to use my money for transportation, so we'll see. Eventually, we'll get there. Also, I'm realizing more and more every day that I'm a little bit like my dad. Now, for those of you who know me, who are watching this, you would know that my dad is kind of an interesting fellow, and every day when I log on to Twitter and I stalk his account anonymously from my account, I'm always like, you know what? I'm so glad I have more followers than you because you're reposting Nazi bullshit. And somehow I didn't do the other side of her hair either, but whatever. But I like that I have sort of the better qualities that my dad has, the ones that I really love about him, and it's hard to love a parent that, retweets homophobic and Nazi bullshit on their Twitter and says it in real life. Nobody likes that, unless you're Republican, but, when you're not, it's not that great. But I like baking, I like cooking. Those are things that I got from him that he was interested in that I also love, even if I'm not especially super good at it. That's okay. I guess I don't have to be super good at it. This is my least favorite part of watercolor, is when I'm trying to figure out how to create her skin color. Because sometimes I can, and that is red. Just not even a little bit of yellow. Whoa. That is not the right color. And I don't have any... You've got to be kidding me right now. You Fuck. Okay. What can I mix with this? Brown, I guess? I don't know. That's a little bit better. Anyways, every day I log on to Twitter and anonymously stalk my dad, and I'm always like, yes, I have more followers than this man by posting gay shit. What I think is really funny, especially because the first time I ever, quote unquote, went viral on Twitter was for Has Been Hotel fan art that I made last year. It was so crazy, actually, because I wasn't expecting it at all. That's why it was crazy to me. But besides that, I remember telling him, because I was hyped. I was like, I just went viral on Twitter, and that's so crazy. And then he was like, can I see? And I was like, no, you wouldn't like it. He's like, oh, it's gay stuff, isn't it? I was like, yeah, it definitely is. So I think that's really funny. He didn't press me further, but he didn't make a big deal out of it, which was honestly really surprising, I think. But I'm kind of glad he didn't make a big deal out of it, and I didn't bring it up anymore. I don't really like bringing up my personal life around my dad, because he's a very interesting fellow. He did get mad at me one time because I was like, I don't know if I want you to meet my friends, and he was like, why the F would you say that? Why would you ever say that I can't meet your friends? And I was like, because you say the N-word at dinner, and you have continuously misgendered my friends. Even when I didn't tell you, even when I wouldn't say their pronouns, it would be like, well, then it's your boyfriend, right? I'm like, okay, can we calm down? I can have friends that I'm not dating, that are friends, because that's the point of friends. What are you on? Anyway, so crazy, I feel. I'm gonna try to mix brown with yellow, even though it already looks like the wrong shade of color that I need. It's exactly the incorrect shade of color that I didn't even want red like that. I wanted more of a brown. Okay, I gotta get a paper towel. Okay, this'll do. Yes, slay. It kind of just took off the entire color, but you know, whatever. Okay, I really liked Drawing with Waffles' new video. For those of you who know that I'm a big fan of Drawing with Waffles, I kind of want to do that too, and I really wanted to do it for this week, but then I want it to be exactly like my week, and I don't think I could do it exactly how she did it. But this week is lined up to have some fun things, I think, besides my workday. I forgot that her shirt is red. Let's do that right now. But I really liked it. I'm glad that she came back to YouTube, even though she's been struggling with health stuff. I'm really, really happy, because she's seriously like one of my comfort creators. I love how soothing her content is. And I've just grown up with it, so I love it. I love it. Shout out Drawing with Waffles. She's the best. I used to watch her videos all the time during my senior year. And, you know, like leading up to that too, because I was around that long. And she's really active then. But I remember for a little bit of time afterward, when she wasn't uploading, that it was kind of weird. It was like a weird in-between time, because you could tell that things weren't going good for her, I think. At least on my end, I remember telling my dad that I was worried about her. Which is kind of silly, you know, because she's, you know, a YouTuber and she has a bunch of followers and stuff like that. But I genuinely, like, I remember watching one of her videos and I was like, she seems really sad. Maybe her mom died or something. I'm worried about her. And I just think that this happened. And my dad was kind of like, well, maybe. Whatever you say. And he wasn't even really listening. But I was really worried for her. So I don't know what to make of that. I'm glad she's back is the point of what I'm saying. I'm glad that she's feels well enough to continue doing things that make her happy. Let's see. What else do I have going for me this week besides my work? Let's see. I wonder if I can make this background like trees. Do you think I could do that? I'm gonna give it a shot with a different watercolor palette. I have an idea. Maybe something. Ooh, that's wet. Okay. And you can see that it's wet. Lovely. Now I have to. And I dropped it on the floor. Okay. Well, whatever. We'll deal with that later. Let's see. A tree. Oh, it went into her hair. Didn't that happen on this one too? I think it did. Okay. We want to create the mere semblance of a tree within. This is totally getting fucked up. Not what I wanted to do, not what I wanted it to look like. No. I don't know what I wanted it to look like. I feel like it's not dark enough. I don't know how to like make it dark. What the heck am I doing? What the heck? Okay. Oh no, I don't know how to paint. I know I'm like, I think I need new watercolors. I think they're gonna help me a lot. I just don't really know anything about watercolors. I'm making stuff up as I go. But you know what? Good things for tonight. I made cookies. I followed a recipe for white chocolate not macadamia. That's where my mind is. Raspberry white chocolate. Were they macadamia? No. Okay, I don't remember. But they had nuts in them, I think. Question mark. I don't remember. But anyways, so I substituted, I'm just like talking on and on. This is not going well. Also, I think my face is sunburned. I can feel it. You know, you can feel that your face is sunburned? Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot darker. But it kind of looks cool. I'm kind of vibing with it. But I don't want it to give, like, bisexual lighting. So we'll have to change something. Anyway, so the cookies. So then I changed it, and now they are white chocolate rose nectarine cookies. Did they turn out tasting like rose and nectarine? No, they did not, unfortunately. Maybe lightly. They're actually not that sweet, which is good. Not entirely what I was going for, but it could be the lack of, like, I didn't have any vanilla, so I was like, okay, I'll put some of the syrup from my rose and nectarine, because it was supposed to be syrup, I just didn't strain it. So there is syrup within it, and it is, like, in a jar with a lot of sugar. But put that in, and then I also put in the, like, I feel like pulp is not the right word. Pulp's not the right word, but, like, the chunks of sugared nectarine and rose petals. Hello? I put it all in there and mixed it up once I put the white chocolate chips at the end, too, and just mixed it kind of, like, softly, so it wouldn't become, like, soupy, you know? And then I cooked them, and they turned out really good, and I was supposed to do that whole piece, so whatever. Now we're just gonna make it lightly colored over the middle, so it looks like I intentionally didn't make a stem, because I fucked up. Alright, now I need to get this thing off the floor. Okay. Wow! It looks interesting. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel. It's kind of giving the painting that I was trying to do. Anyways, okay. What else do I have going on? Maybe if I make it really dark. Maybe I'll just have to go over it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, should we do the other side too? What other colors should we use? Maybe a different type of blue? I have a darker purple, I think. So maybe we'll do different purples. How dark is this? Ooh, that's kind of sky colored. Let's do the sky. Yes. Okay, the only downside is that I drew matches, and I don't know if those are gonna be able to stay. I don't know if they'll really show up. Maybe I'll have to, like, do them over with something. Maybe I guess the moon doesn't really show up during, like, sunrise, does it? Because I was like, oh, I could do some, like, red down at the bottom, you know? The person I'm talking to right now, she says she really likes the cadence of my voice, which immediately, you know, had me very aware of the cadence of my voice, but she seems to really like it, so that's kind of cool. It's kind of sweet. But something that I've thought of about the cadence of my voice recently is that I sound a little bit like Deckard from Bee and Puppycat, and that kind of gets me through feeling weird about the talking, which I haven't, like, thought I'm weird during talking, but now that I'm, like, hyper aware of being alive, I have been thinking about it a lot. So, yeah. But I think Deckard kind of talks like that, too. He kind of has pauses, and says words a certain way. And it's not the first time, actually. I mean, it's the first time for me being like, oh, I'm like Deckard. But in the past, when I was younger, I had a few followers on my Instagram say that I reminded them of Deckard as well. And I think it's still up somewhere in one of my highlights somewhere that I'm like Deckard. And I think it's kind of funny. I like being like Deckard. Deckard's pretty cool. Deckard's pretty cool. It also kind of gives me hope that there's still time to do things. With Deckard, I feel like I'm out of time a lot. Not too much in recent days, but I do occasionally feel like that. But anyways, Deckard is like, I don't know, I think he's like 27 or something. He might be like 25, but he enrolls for a baking school or culinary school or something, and I always thought that was really cool. And it is, I mean, not that I would want to do culinary school, but I do think that is, like, if I ever really was like, I should go to culinary school, I think it'd be cool. Anyways, I think Deckard is really cool, is what I'm trying to say. And I like having characters that, quote-unquote, define my personality. That's my own quote-unquote. And recently, one of my friends had me take that test that I'm going to totally pronounce the name of, so I'm going to spell it out on the screen, and you guys are going to have to read it, because I don't fucking know. And, and so what I got is that I'm apparently a 4. Now, what I thought was interesting about learning about, like, being a 4. Oh, my things are in here, actually. Oh, but not the one I wanted. It's all empty. That means I didn't put it back. Okay, well, I don't know where my giant one is, so I guess I have to use the same paintbrush I've been using. Unless it's in here. No, it's not. Okay, I need to clean my desk. I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe. I should outline the rest of her hair before I dip my brush back into things. Forgot what I was saying. Something important, I think. Why does Felicity look a little bit like Conan Gray here? Do you guys see it? I see it. Should I attempt to give her lighting? I forgot I was a human being right there for a second. Just started talking. I really want to do something in regards to the Mabel podcast on this channel. Because I've just been really thinking about the Mabel podcast recently, and I love the Mabel podcast. I'm a Mabel podcast. I need to buy like a shirt for Mabel podcast at some point because I love Mabel podcast so much. I just haven't done it because, I don't know, I have the adult funds for it, but just haven't done it, I guess. I don't know what to do about that. I need some of this color, maybe. Please work. Please don't be bad. Please don't be a bad color. Ooh, not exactly. Okay, that's better. That's kind of the color I was looking for. No, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Before I totally mess it up. Anyways, Amazing Digital Circus.
9/11.
Yes. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been drawing human Ragatha. Love human Ragatha. Sometimes I'm a little worried about being human. Kind of off topic, sort of crazy. I have a fear that I'm not human enough. Oh, don't want to get in the camera, I say as I start to lean over into the camera. Okay, do you think that works? It looks really faint on camera and it also looks really faint in real life, but you guys are just gonna have to sit with it because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, should we take a blue over everything?
9, 11.
Yes, we should! Thank you, imaginary audience. That as I struggle, this is just like multiply. This is just like Ibis paint. Multiply with the purple. But I'm gonna try to keep the lighting. Multiply with the purple. Multiply. Okay, that needs a little bit more water. Just a little bit, I say, as I add way too much. This is probably what I would have done if I was doing it digitally too, probably though. So it's okay. Okay, now this is good, but we kind of need it to be a little bit darker, unfortunately. Okay, I don't like how that's just like taking off the top layer of paper. I guess we could add some shading to the moon. I guess let's try this color. This one kind of looks like an orange. Ooh, that's kind of perfect actually. Ooh, do I have to get this video out tonight? I don't know. Maybe. While I was drawing this, I was thinking to myself, I should turn that moon into the moon from Soul Eater. And then I didn't, because I thought better of what I was doing. And I didn't do it. This actually looks a lot better than the previous one. Yay! Slay! Okay, well, this is kind of good, except that I kind of want her hair to be darker. So let's try with the other watercolors, which is what I've been using. Okay, that didn't work right off the bat. Ooh, yeah. Darker shade. My fave. Almost blends into the night. And I think that's okay. That's her goal, anyway. What are we at? 28 minutes. Actually, I think this will be a pretty short one. Well, 28 minutes. My videos are usually around 30 minutes long. But I mean, this is all I have to do, really, for the drawing. That's what I mean by short. Is what I mean. Did I tell you guys that my cookies turned out good? They weren't very sweet. What else do I have to say? I don't really have much to say today. I say as I've yapped. Well, mostly that I just haven't had too many things that I can say online. Or, ooh, she looks cool. I fuck with this. Do you guys fuck with this? I fuck with this. Okay. We will make another Amazing Digital Circus spread soon. I promise. I promise we will. I promise. Ooh, I can't even see the other thing. We should use brown for this, shouldn't we? I should go to bed soon, because I have to wake up. That kind of turned out cool, in a way. There we go. All right, I think we did good for tonight. So, let's see if I can show you guys. Oh, I'm sorry about the garbage. Okay, there's our before and our after. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.